This content was created purely for entertainment and informational purposes. The creators of this vlog do not endorse drinking and driving, debauchery, underage drinking, public intoxication, speeding, street racing or any other form of delinquency. I'm just a guy, with a drink, talking about cars. Please don't take this too seriously.
Back once again, it's your boy, the Killer Bee, the Fat Man, the Africanized Honeybee, the Car Guy Blog 05 at gmail.com, Guy at 05Car on Instagram, at 05Car on Facebook. Me and Elon can't see eye to eye on Twitter right now. So I'm here, I'm flying solo. Today is Thursday, December 29th, 2022, the year of our Lord. I am reflecting on the year that was, just finished up my Christmas holiday, back at home after visiting family, and just taking a minute or two to kind of wrap my head around 2022, the year that was. Let's see, 10 years. It's been 10 years since my dad died. This is my 10th holiday season without him. It is different, but it's okay. And what I mean is, yes, I miss him. There isn't a day that goes by that I don't think about him. On the other hand, that first Christmas, we were really sad, but we were determined that we were still going to be a family and have Christmas. And then by year 2 or 3, we understood that it was going to be different. We could not be the same family that we used to be, but we were still a family, and we weren't so much determined to enjoy Christmas. We were just going to have Christmas, and it be what it be. I can say that we had a very good Christmas this year. It was simple. Christmas falling on a Sunday, we went to church. We had a quick church service. We came home, we ate a lot of food and just enjoyed our time together. Phone calls and FaceTime with relatives in other states and just enjoying being a family. And that's a good thing. The weather sucked. This was the coldest Christmas we've had here in North Carolina in quite some time. And when I say cold, I mean like teens cold. I mean like electric utility services literally establishing rolling blackouts to keep from overloading the grid cold. This is the Killer Bee checking in from post-production. The irony about the cold weather is, of course, that it has now returned to a very seasonable pattern, and it's 58 degrees today here on the 29th of December, which is more normal for this time of year for us. So after a week of frigid temperatures for Christmas, we now approach New Year with something more like our normal weather patterns. Hey, shit happens. And now back to our regularly scheduled program. Which is funny, because my house is all electric, and this is the first time in many, many years. No, correction. This is the first time ever that I've had a house that was all electric, that I didn't have gas heat. And it's different, I'll put it that way. I miss having gas heat. And the funny part is there's a gas line. My next door neighbor has gas. So I know there's a gas line here. I don't know why they built this house as all electric. Mind you, this house is new construction. It was built brand new in 2021. I'm the first owner, but they had already, the house was already spec'd out and mostly done by the time I purchased it. It wasn't done, but it was already framed up and they had already started installing electrical and HVAC and all that. So I kind of had to take what they had. But if I ever have the chance to replace the system, especially if it's like, well, I don't think I'm going to be here that long. But if there's ever a chance to replace the system, if I just come down with a huge wad of cash, I'm having the electric heat exchanged out for gas, because gas heat is just warmer. It is. It's better. That's all I can say. Yeah, your house might blow up, but in the wintertime when you need hot air, gas provides hot air, no questions asked. Otherwise, what can I say? It's Christmas time. I watched A Christmas Story marathon, which I always do. I did not watch any of my usual other Christmas movies, which would be your Die Hard, and I watched Die Hard just out of pure spite. But I usually try to watch National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Did not see that one this year, but I have the DVD and I have the Blu-ray. I can watch it whenever I want. I typically try to keep that within the pre-Christmas window, but I might watch it today just out of pure spite. Otherwise, though, lessons learned. I did not try to fly a drone this year on Christmas Day or the day after, because that was my hideous crash last year. I'm not going through that again. That was it. We had some steaks. We had surf and turf. We had steaks. We had crab cakes. We had my mother baked some mean pound cake, so we had some pound cake and all the sides and fixings. We didn't do the traditional turkey dinner. So my dad was a big proponent of deep frying the turkeys, and he was good at it. I have done it. I will say I'm not as good at it just out of sheer lack of practice. And we gave his equipment to the church because I wasn't there. At the time he passed, I was still out in the Midwest, and I wasn't going to be frying turkeys on a regular basis. Some of the other guys at the church did, because that was one of the things my dad did with the other men at the church, was they would fry the turkeys for the big events at the church where we served meals. He and some of the other men would get together and they would fry the turkeys, or if we had a big fish fry in the summer at homecoming, they would get together and they would fry the fish. And that's part of what my dad did. And since I wasn't there to do that kind of thing, I told Mom, go ahead and just give the turkey fryer to one of the other guys at the church, and that's equipment they'll have when they need it. So since then, we've done things other than fried turkey, and we've had a couple of roasted turkeys, but it's hard to go back once you're used to having those succulent, juicy fried turkeys. Going back to roasted is a tough sell. So we've mostly done non-traditional. We've done steak, we've done prime rib, we've done crab legs, crab cakes, lobster tails, you name it, we've done it. I think I did brisket one year. I did pulled pork one year. We keep it moving. We rotate and do different types of meats. What else happened? Nothing. I'm enjoying my time off work. My big Hot Wheels project, let me just say that. I was going to do a big Hot Wheels project. My mother's house is the perfect place for that because unlike my house, she has stairs. She has a pool table. There's a lot of stuff in her basement that I can use to generate elevation for the Hot Wheels tracks that I cannot do in my house because I simply don't have the stuff. I was supposed to do an outdoor project with a swimming pool over the summer. I didn't get to it. Maybe I'll get to it next summer when I'm not in school. But the Hot Wheels thing just didn't get going this year. I am going to start some new dioramas, but again, with school starting back in a week, the diorama thing is going to be, that'll be a slow moving side project when I'm not working on my academics because I'm supposed to graduate in May, again, knocking on that wood. I'm supposed to graduate in May, and we'll reevaluate some things after that. But for now, the podcast and the car stuff and the Hot Wheels stuff and everything else is kind of on the back burner until I finish this degree. Once I do that, I'll have some free time, some other options, because I'm not going to start pursuing my doctorate until after I turn 50. So I'll have a year and a half to myself. And the reason for that is because I celebrated my 40th birthday with my books. I mean, I was in Las Vegas, but I had my books. I celebrated my 45th birthday after just completing a degree. And the difference between being in school and not being in school was huge. So in a year and a half when I turn 50, that's going to be a no books 50th birthday, and I'm going to milestone it to death. I'm going to have the time of my life. And then the following spring, I'll start school again. So it's going to be what it be. I want to say to you all, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. If I left somebody out, please forgive me. I don't have a Islamic holiday calendar right in front of me, but I think we've gotten through those because they're all lunar based, and they may have moved on me, so they're not falling in the Christmas season this year. But if I left anybody out, please charge it to my head, not my heart. Happy holidays, everyone. I'll be back soon with new content. Bye.